Hey everybody, Joshua Zeman here from Sinister. Some important news coming out of the Gilgo Beach case. A judge has just allowed a lawyer for convicted murderer John Bittrolff to test some DNA that was found at one of his crime scenes that's never been tested before, with DNA from the alleged Long Island serial killer Rex Heuermann. Now, Joe Giacalone and I have talked about this relationship between these two individuals, Rex Heuermann and John Bittrolff, for years. In fact, we just spoke about it last week. So let me explain why this connection is so bizarre, but you have to pay attention. So John Bittrolff is convicted via DNA of killing two women. The first, Rita Tangretti, November 2nd, 1993. The second woman, Colleen McNamee, January 30th, 1994. So he's convicted of killing two women, sex workers, in a 3-month period. Now, there was always been a third woman, Sandra Castilla. Now, Sandra Castilla is murdered in between these two women, but the DA at the time, DA Spota, could never find DNA on her body. So it was always assumed that Bittrolff did it, never proven, but he is sentenced 50 years in prison for killing the other two women. Now, by the way, for years, everybody thought that John Bittrolff was the Long Island serial killer. That was until Rex Heuermann is arrested, and now we know that he is allegedly the Long Island serial killer. But what's crazy is that just last year, the DA, this being DA Tierney, basically charges Rex Heuermann with Sandra Castillo's murder because he finds his DNA on her body. So the timing of all this is really strange. You've got John Bittrolff, a carpenter from Manorville, in 1993, killing his first victim in November. 2 weeks later, you have Rex Heuermann, the alleged Long Island serial killer, killing his first victim ever, just 2 weeks later. Then you've got, 10 weeks later, John Bittrolff killing his next victim. So, is that coincidental or what? I mean, is it something in the water? Why are two serial killers basically deciding to start killing within a 2-week period on Long Island? Kind of doesn't make any sense. Now, Bittrolff has always alleged that he was innocent. And, it's a question because the DA at the time, DA Spota, was so corrupt he was actually sent to prison. And you have to be pretty corrupt as a district attorney to get sent to prison. So now this judge has allowed this DNA that was found at one of the crime scenes of Bittrolff that's never been tested to test it against Rex Heuermann. Could Rex Heuermann now be responsible for these two more victims and Bittrolff is innocent? Hard to say. But I will tell you one thing, really interesting. When looking at Rex Heuermann's search history over the years, a lot of times he searched the name John Bittrolff. The question is why? Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm Josh Zeman. This is Sinister, and stay tuned for more.